Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is December 20th, and right now we are looking at the visible satellite imagery. You can see the fog across some of Southern California and the San Joaquin and Sacramento Valley. It's made its way into the Bay Area as well, but we have another system rolling in here that'll be bringing some precipitation. We're going to take a look at that because we got multiple frontal systems rolling through as we go through the next week or so and on through the extended period and through the end of the month as well. We'll take a look at that as we go through the video here today. And we've got fog out there. This is from the National Weather Service Bay Area, kind of a dramatic graphic here, but you know what to do. When you run into the fog, use your low beam, slow down a little bit, and you can see the reports of some of the fog out there. Otherwise, fairly quiet across the region. However, we do have this wind advisory coming up here. This is from tonight, 6 p.m. Friday to 10 a.m. Saturday. And this graphic I know isn't the best. I would just kind of pay attention to the potential wind gusts, 45 to 55 miles per hour, coastal headlands, and some of the interior mountain areas. Now, taking a look at Eureka also, there is some pretty intense rainfall coming up. And when you add it up all the way on in through next week, Christmas Eve, some big amounts are showing up in some of the models. You can see some of these approaching 8, 10, and even more locally for some areas. And that's going to bring some flooding potential. And the timing on that, again, is for tonight on through 10 p.m. Wednesday. So that goes all the way on towards the Christmas time period coming up. For Saturday, we do have some light snowfall here across some of the higher terrain, snow level 6 to 7,500 feet. But we're going to have additional rounds as we go through the upcoming days as well. Taking a look at the Bay Area, there is a high surf advisory out right now. And of course, you saw it about the fog. And this hydrologic outlook is talking about that rainfall potential over the next few days as well. So this is that high surf advisory, 6 a.m. Saturday to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Look at that large westerly swell with breaking waves 15 to 18 feet, including breakers near 20 feet possible along favored west-facing beaches. So do not turn your back on the ocean. This can be for much of the California coastline, including Southern California over the next few days. I'll show you more on that here in a moment. San Diego, talking about the Christmas Eve rainfall potential. There still is some light rainfall potential with that. And there is also the high surf advisory as well. And that high surf advisory is in effect from 10 p.m. Saturday, 4 a.m. on a Wednesday. There's some, pretty decent wave activity out there, so dangerous swimming, surfing conditions. And Los Angeles, the National Weather Service talking about it as well. Look at that Central Coast, 15 to 20. Santa Barbara, Los Angeles County, 7 to 10 feet. And Christmas Eve, this is, checking out Los Angeles here. And they are talking about the potential for some light rainfall, highest for the mountains and the foothills. I'll show you the models on that here in a moment. But if we take a look, you can see these waves arriving. And once you start to get, into the yellows here, these start to become some bigger waves. And you get to the oranges on the coastline. And, you're talking about 15 plus foot waves moving down the coastline there as we go through the upcoming weekend. Elevated wave action. And next frontal system comes right in here on the 23rd and the 24th. Big waves up and down the coastline there as well. Sorry, my email chime just went off there. But yeah, we're going to have elevated wave action as we go towards the end of the year. Multiple rounds of systems here coming in. So again, don't turn your back on the ocean. Active period is coming up. Now, timing this next system out, let's scroll through here. And we're scrolling through this evening. This is about 9 p.m. tonight, 10, 11, 12. So there's midnight. And as we scroll out into the very early morning hours of Saturday, you see the next frontal system arriving and bringing some rain down towards the Bay Area. This would be about 9 a.m., some snow flying for the higher terrain, and then this starts to push. Tries to get down to the southern Sierra Nevada. It does bring a little bit of snowfall there, maybe a few inches, nothing too extreme, but we've got more on the way. And you can see this kind of hangs on as we go through Sunday morning, finally gets out of here. But then the next system is arriving as we go through Sunday afternoon. And that's where the North American model high resolution ends. I'll show you what the European, a little bit wider view, and this goes out a bit further in as far as time is concerned as well. And there's California, and here is kind of a decaying system right there, maybe clipping northern portions, but this main bulk of precipitation starts very early tomorrow morning, and that should swoop down across the Bay Area as we go through the later morning, afternoon hours. It's not a big precipitation maker for the Bay Area, but you will get some light rain, and same with the Sacramento Valley. Then we've got another frontal system rolling in here as we go through the 22nd. Looks like the afternoon with that one. Again, another round of rainfall for some of the Bay Area, but you can kind of see how this is going to be piling up over the next few days. And the strongest frontal system looks like it's going to be, let me back that up. This is on the night of the afternoon of the 23rd. And then as we go on in towards the nighttime and then early morning hours, robust frontal system bringing some heavy rain with it all the way down across the Bay Area, maybe as far south as some of the central coast. And you can see we're probably going to get some nice rounds of snow here for the Sierra Nevada. And it tries to bring a little bit of light precipitation as we go through very late Christmas Eve. Santa will be trying to get down to the houses there for Southern California. You might be running into some light rainfall across the region, getting a break across Northern California until the next system quickly rushes in as we go through the night of Christmas and then on to the next day here. We're going to be dealing with that frontal system. So looking at the GFS, let's just update this now because this is the hot off the presses 12Z run, 4 a.m. Let's see what's going on here. Saturday morning, that initial system, a bit of light snowfall, and then the next system arrives on the 22nd. Pretty good agreement there. And then the stronger frontal system rolls through as we go through Christmas Eve. And doesn't bring much to Southern California, maybe just a little bit, but you can see that's going to bring a nice round of snowfall there on Christmas Eve, probably the night of the 23rd into the 24th for the Sierra Nevada. And then let's scroll out a little bit further and see what it shows after that. That's where it runs. The run ends 1:35. It's running as we speak right now, but clearly another frontal system is on its way as we go towards December 26th. So excessive rainfall outlook day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. This would be for on and through Christmas Eve morning, and this may get an upgrade eventually here as well. It's a pretty robust frontal system moving in there, and there's going to be 2 systems before this one even gets here, so we could be dealing with some antecedent wet conditions across the region also, and then day 5 wrapping that up. Now if we look at the GFS 24-hour precipitation total in inches, and again just kind of showing you this is a running 24-hour total. So there's the first system, some decent amounts across Southwest Oregon, Northern California. The next system rolls in here as we go through the 22nd into the 23rd. There's that next storm there, and nothing too extreme, but again it's kind of piling up over the same areas. And then the stronger frontal system starts to arrive on Christmas Eve. The GFS not as strong as what the European was showing with that one there also, but yeah, we got 1, 2, 3 coming in, and then the 4th system likely on the 26th, and then maybe some more systems after that. Who knows? Towards the end of the month, we're looking off into fantasy land at this point, but you can see likely not favoring Southern California. But if we go out far enough, I'm going to scroll through this. We've already done this here. I'm going to scroll way out towards the end of the run. We're just going to find a fantasy grasping at straws look at things here, and you can see this low pressure center as we go way out towards January 4th, the morning time. That has Southern California precipitation potential. That's just entertainment at this point, you guys. It's just a fantasy forecast, so don't get too caught up in that. But I'm just kind of trying to see if there's any chance as we go through the extended, some Arctic air sagging across some of the west here, and that system developing across California. But again, we have plenty of time to worry about that. Purely a fantasy forecast, flip a coin. Now, looking at the total precipitation in inches, this is last night's European model. So this goes, I believe, through Christmas Eve. Let me stop it there. Now, this is Christmas night. 144 hours out, and you can see the big amounts of coming across Northern California there and clipping the Bay Area and trying to move down the Central Coast a little bit there. But yeah, not much making its way down across the Central Coast or Southern California here for the next few days. Now, wrapping things up, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook above and above here. It makes kind of sense, but they might start trimming that back a little bit. We'll see, because Northern California is going to be a bit more favored. 8 to 14 day entire lower 48 as we go on into the new year, above average signal, and then kind of that mixed bag here across California, Arizona, and Nevada, mostly above average. And the risk of heavy precipitation, they keep pointing towards that storm train coming here. And if things line up just right as we go towards the end of December, maybe we'll get some precipitation a little bit farther south, mountain snows, and the wind potential as well. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, we'll continue to break things down day by day. Again, we have multiple systems rolling in Bay Area northbound as we go through Christmas Eve. So stay tuned and pay attention here to your local forecast, and I'll be breaking it down daily. We'll go over and see what kind of flood advisories or whatnot we start to bring up, and we'll start to pinpoint some more on that precipitation total, see if it trends up or down as we go through the day tomorrow. So anyway, hope you guys are having a good day. We will do this again tomorrow, and I will talk to you guys then.